We went from nothing to becoming the 10th largest advertising agency network in the world. How did we do that? Sheer fanaticism about the quality of our product. One day, a copywriter was in my office showing me something he'd rewritten 14 times, and I said, "You're going to have to do a little more work on this." And he said, "Really? I've worked on it 14 times." I said, "You're going to have to do a little more work on this." And then he saw a pile of paper next to my typewriter. We used typewriters then. It was a Remington, a brown, crusty thing. And there was a pile of paper next to it. And he said, "What are you working on?" And I said, "Oh, just some thoughts on the first line of body copy for an ad I'm working on." Now, body copy is that little stuff that nobody reads in an ad. But I had written 200 versions of the opening to it. That's what it takes to become successful in business, at least from my perspective. It's like anything else in life. Take something as mundane as the making of a martini. Today I'm going to demonstrate how to make what for me is the perfect martini. The first thing you have to do is wash your hands. It's like a client. If I don't understand what the client wants and or needs, generally what they want has nothing to do with what they need, but what they really need, I have to do a lot of work in understanding that. And I have to worry about it, and I have to grind at it and chew on it. So first we're going to put some ice in our martini glass, and the martini glass needs to be very clean. I'm going to make a vodka martini. Some people prefer gin. I don't. I just like the clean iciness of vodka in a martini. You want your glass really cold, and the way you get it cold is you put ice in it and some water. And you let that sit. Then you put some ice in your cocktail shaker. Put it all in there. And you want to use a lot of ice, because most people don't realize it, but the secret ingredient in any cocktail is water. We felt that a lowly matchbook cover was as important as a network television commercial, so we put just as much time and energy into perfecting that as we did with the expensive thing that we made a lot more money on. So clients got the message. They came to us and felt they were going to get the best we could possibly do at everything. And that's how we built our reputation and how we succeeded. My mother always said, "Shoot for the moon, at least you'll hit the fence." The water makes it taste actually better and smoother. So I'm using Kettle 1. Once upon a time, I was a bartender. They usually come out about the right size. And then I use Beausier French vermouth. It's not quite as rotten eggy as some of the others. Romance is everything. And in the advertising business, there was a great deal of romance in the 60s and 70s. Oh my God. We used to work until 9 o'clock at night, and then we'd go out to dinner till 1 in the morning. We did more work between 9 and 1 than we did in the office all day. Problem is you have to replace it so often because it wears out just from age, because this is about a year old already, and I'm not even a quarter of the way through the bottle. We would like them nice and dry. Now, you don't mind letting that sit a couple of minutes, because water, as I said, is a secret. Now, here's what I do in my garnish department. I use a pepperoncini first, because that's what you want last. You want the big kick last. Then you want, in the middle, your caperberry, which is sort of your medium kick. And then, first up, you want an olive. I use Castelvetrano olives from Sicily, which I find to be the best. And you need your own olive pitter, of course. As is true of anything, whether you're cooking or making a drink, the secret is the ingredients and the quality of the ingredients. We did half of our work in LA because that's where the directors and the talent was. So, we would conceive stuff in New York, and then to execute it, we would go to LA. And that would be like work that was a vacation. If you start off with the wrong stuff, you're going to end up with a mediocre drink or meal. Now, I shake them. A lot of people stir them. But I shake them because I like a little bunch of chips of ice across the surface of the martini. And when you stir a drink, you don't get those little chips of ice. Out goes the ice and water, and now we're ready to go. That's creativity. You're letting go. Knowing enough to be able to let go. Most people are too busy copying something or second guessing the client or something that has nothing to do with creativity. Creativity is that explosion of insight that comes from knowing everything. I don't know about you, but I really dislike these springs that are attached to everything. They're always coming off, but I haven't found anything that works better. So now take a look at this. Look at those shards of ice all across the surface. That's what you want. That's what makes you a perfect martini. And notice the fill level. There is a great deal of pride to be had in a job well done. And satisfaction. I mean, that's the point, isn't it? Why settle for a second-rate anything? That's right.